Check, check.
Unclear.
Roger. Alright, so beacon on, nav light on. We're going to go ahead transponder to out now, right?
Yep.
Even though we don't have a squawk yet? Or as soon as we get a squawk?
Yeah, you can wait till you get the squawk.
Roger. 123.9er. What am I missing here? This one won't work because it's nav.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay. Enter. Okay. Okay. So COM 1's 121.7 and 118.1. So we want 123. Niner. 2.
Terminal arrival / departure information hotel 1553 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 8. Sky clear below 2000. Temperature 2.2. Altimeter 3031. Visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 10 left, 10 right. Advise on radar contact, climb VFR, turn left on course.
Slug 1 Boise clearance cleared ANG 5, departure frequency 269.4, squawk 4343.
Boise clearance, Cessna 61870, VFR to South Practice area with information hotel.
And Slug 1, sorry about that, squawk 0163.
Oh, yeah, that call sign she's
Slug
talking.
1, Rebecca.
That call sign she's talking to, slug, whatever. That's military.
So we can't hear
So
them.
you can't hear them. So she probably didn't hear you at all, because.
Roger. Boise clearance, Cessna 61870, VFR to South Practice area with information hotel.
Cessna 61870, Boise clearance, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 0346.
119.6, squawk 0346, 870.
Cessna 870, Rebecca.
You're looking for ground?
No. So I'm going to set my ground here, and then I'm going to set departure and tower there. So we want the flip-flop, and then 119.6. Right? So I've got my air frequencies there and my ground frequencies here. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Good?
Good.
All right. Boise ground, Cessna 61870 at the North Shade hangar, ready to taxi with clearance and information hotel. Need run up.
Cessna 61870, Boise ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Alpha Whiskey.
10 left via Alpha Whiskey, and we need a run up, 870.
Cessna 870, roger. Hey, run up in front of Firehawk, advise run up complete.
Run up at Firehawk, notify run up complete, 870.
Okay.
I got brakes.
I got brakes.
Roger.
Little fast for squeezing through here.
Roger.
Yeah, usually when ground doesn't give me the run-up area I'm expecting, even though I've asked for a run-up,
yeah,
I'll usually just go ahead and acknowledge 10 left Alpha Whiskey, start taxiing, and when I get up here, I just call them, I just tell them what I'm going to do.
Roger.
Boise ground 870, I'm going to do my run-up at Firehawk.
Roger.
Of course, you want to tell them before you pull off, because we're operating on a clearance. We can't deviate from that clearance unless we get an admitted clearance. So you got to let them know I'll pull off at Firehawk.
So it's just as effective to ask them in the front end, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, the way you did it was perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just, you know, for comparison's sake, how I do it.
Okay. Cabin doors closed and latched. Check.
Ground Horizon 311. It's spot
Flight
2
controls.
with, hotel to push.
Free and
311,
clear.
Roger, and just want to verify the call signs at 311 or 391.
Oh, sorry, 391. 311 was coming here.
Takeoff trim.
All right, 391, what's your ground? Push at your discretion.
Push our discretion, Horizon
Throttle
391.
1700. So again, below 5,000.
Yeah, you still just leave it
Rich.
rich for the POH.
Roger. Green. 4.6, 5.4.
You get the time written down before we started?
I did.
Okay, good.
Magnetos check. Carb heat check. Primer in and locked. About 115. We were at 3031, 031. Good. Radios are set. We've got 118.1, 119.6. Transponder to out. Flaps up.
Slug 1, boys, ground, runway 10, right, taxi
right.
at Bravo, Foxtrot, and Juliet.
Voice ground, Cessna 870, run complete.
Cessna 870, continue taxiing, thanks.
Continue taxiing 870.
I have the controls.
Your controls?
Hit my controls. Just go ahead and get those on and set up.
Roger.
Reaper 1, ground, verify you have information on the hotel. Thank you.
They actually, they do flip up,
Oh.
but whatever's more comfortable.
Kind of goofy. I guess it's not any more goofy than the hood.
Okay, your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
And the flip-flop is 1.
Westbound on Bravo, contact ground point 7.
I'll get off here at Bravo 2 and contact ground. Give way to the A-10s, 2 on whiskey.
Boise Tower, Cessna 61870, holding short of runway 10 left at whiskey, ready for takeoff.
Cessna 61870, Boise Tower, right turn on course approved, runway 10 left, clear for takeoff.
Right turn on course approved, 10 left, clear for takeoff, 870.
Boise Tower, life flight 77.
Life flight 77, Boise Tower.
Yes, sir. We're on the southwest corner of the field. Need to head up to Horseshoe Bend.
Life flight 77 parking southwest corner, but your own risk. Use caution, 2A10 is taxiing westbound Bravo to Foxtrot. Pass on the west side of the runways, northbound departure approved. Wind calm, altimeter 3032.
Ready?
Ready.
West
Here we go.
runways, got the A-10s in sight, 77.
All right, maintaining runway heading, climbing at 80. Go ahead and flip the shades down. Start
Roger.
You just inadvertently took off right into low cloud.
Roger.
5577, contact departure 126.9er.
26.9er for 77, like I said.
Reaper 1, boys tower, runway 10 right, line up and wait.
At 3,500, we'll turn right, heading 220.
Heading 220, roger. Clear your way.
Clear? Okay, let's try making a standard rate turn. Using the turn coordinator, get the wing pointed right at that little
Roger.
index there.
So 870, contact departure.
Going to departure, 870. Oh, sorry about that. 220.
220. Climb, maintain 5,500.
Roger. Hoist departure, Cessna 61870, climbing through 4,000 for 4,500.
Cessna 61870, Boise departure, radar contact.
Now, when we're VFR, they don't care what we're climbing to unless they ask.
Roger.
Just got to tell them where we're at presently, and they're just using that information to verify our dot on the radar.
Got it.
Okay, let's climb at 90 miles per hour.
Roger.
Forester Whiskey Hotel, contact Salt Lake Center 128.05. Morning.
Seems to be a pretty strong wind up here today.
Yeah?
Let's make our heading 210.
210.
You're reading the textbook when it talks about inversions. It does talk about wind shear at the top of the inversion lever. So once you climb up out of that, you know, the cooler air into the warmer air above, a lot of times there can be a difference in wind. So like on the surface right now it's dead calm, but up here it seems like we're got a pretty good easterly wind. Okay, check your heading.
So what am I doing here with my altitude? I'm fighting it. Going back and forth, back and forth.
Well, you just try to get it stabilized with the elevator and then trim it out, but you got to give it a chance to get it stabilized.
Okay.
So you're kind of in this oscillation of overcorrecting.
Exactly, yeah.
There's 391 Boise departure, radar contact.
Okay, let's climb at 90 miles per hour to 5,500.
Roger, climb at 90 to 5,500.
136 cleared, visual approach, runway 10 left.
Yeah, just hold that dot on your attitude indicator, just so it's sitting on top of the horizon line. There you go. You just want to hold that pitch attitude that'll eventually result in 90 versus continually pitching up until you get to 90, because then you'll overshoot.
Got it.
There you go. See, holding that dot right there?
Yeah.
That worked out real well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Smooth out today.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Rise 136, traffic 1230, 4 miles.
What better place to be on a Saturday morning?
Northeastbound
Yeah.
indicates 4,900.
Okay, let's turn left, or yeah, turn left 150 degrees.
Left 150. Overshot it just a hair. Up on the power.
Okay, turn right 240 degrees.
Right 240.
Rise 136, contact tower. Rise 391, turn left on course, direct Pendleton. Reaper 1, contact Mountain Home approach 259.1.
Now, when VFR pilots wind up in IMC conditions, first of all, it's a very stressful event, much more than in training, putting that hood on.
Right.
But what they do is they forget to get on their instruments, and they're desperately looking out the window, trying to find the ground, trying to maintain that contact. So as a result, they're maintaining aircraft control solely by the seat of their pants.
Right.
Okay, so to
Rise
simulate
77,
that,
radar service terminated, frequency change.
what I want you to do is I want you just to close your eyes.
Okay.
Fly with your eyes closed for a good while here, maintaining 5,500, maintaining heading 240 degrees. Just do it with the seat of your pants.
Okay. Well, it's not physically possible, but
Well, yeah, you're right. It's not.
I'll-
But this is the mistake they make.
sure, I'll play along. Yeah, I have no clue in terms of pitch. I mean, I feel like our wings are level, but we may have drifted off our heading, and I have really no clue of the pitch. Making me a little nauseous.
Do you think wings are level?
I couldn't tell you. I thought they were.
Glance outside quick. Let's
Yeah.
get back 240 degrees.
240.
Okay, and notice our altitude.
Roger.
So if that was to continue on for much longer,
I'd be
we'd have wound up in that graveyard spiral.
Yeah,
that's where it comes from. So the real trick is once you make the realization that you're gonna wind up in the clouds or something, forget about the ground. The ground doesn't matter. Focus on those instruments.
Roger.
Okay, get back up to 5,500, level off, and then we'll do some minimum controllable airspeed.
Roger.
maintain heading 240.
All right, 240 and about 4,500.
Okay, whenever you're ready, slow it down. Let's look for 40 miles per hour.
Roger. Carb heat on. Power to 1,500.
Southwest 2407, climb and maintain 16,000.
16,000, Southwest 24.
Remember, the goal is try to maintain that heading within plus or minus 10 degrees. So I'm going to reach over here and help you. That bug, the edges of that bug represents the tolerance. You got to keep the indicator inside that bug there.
Roger. 1,001, 1,000.
Much better job entering slow flight this time. Pushing 100 feet high, but last time, remember, we lost 500 feet.
Roger.
So.
Horizon 391, contact Salt Lake Center 128.05.
Let's see if we can descend back to 5.5.
Roger.
Keep that airspeed slow as you can there.
Southwest 2407, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Flight level 280, thank you, Southwest 2407.
Try to slow it down a little bit more.
Roger.
Good morning, voice approach, Cessna 3781 Lima.
You remember what the published stall speed is in the landing configuration with full flaps? BSO?
No, 49?
49. So how is it you suppose we're able to get that airspeed indicator down to 40 without it stalling?
Well, I think there's some inaccuracies with the airspeed indicator.
Good. It's called position error.
Yeah, what you see is not
Your actual airspeed, right?
Correct.
But we do need to slow it down a little bit more. I haven't heard the stall warning yet.
Roger. Oh, come on back. Come on back.
Should have heard it by now, I would have thought.
She stalls or starts squawking really low. Me and Rick Latham we're gonna pick up a little bit of that altitude back.
Okay.
Me and Rick were, I don't know, down in the 35 range.
Yeah. Let's turn right 150.
Right.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, left 150.
Left to 150.
Yep, my fault. These will be our clearing turns.
Roger.
So I'm clearing the area for you.
Yeah, and I'm full power and not going to be able to get that altitude back at this airspeed.
Well, if you turn the carburetor heat off, you can get a little bit more power back. Ooh, look at that.
Hey, look at that. Maybe I will be able to get it back.
Okay, let's turn back right to, right 240.
Busted it. 240.
Once we roll out on 240, go ahead, set up for power off stall.
Where do you park?
Cessna 81 Lima parking north side of Jetstream.
Cessna Lima under straight in, runway 10 left.
Straight in, 10 left, Cessna 81 Lima.
240. The power off stall, I'm not sure what.
Cessna 63 Echo Boise,
Got too much going on.
No, just get us. Okay, so we're stabilized here.
240.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower the nose to accelerate to 65.
Roger, 65.
And work the power back to idle.
Ooh.
Because we're going to establish a glide in the landing configuration.
Okay,
so power back to idle now. Carburetor heat on. Okay, it's going to start descending, and that's fine, because we're gliding now.
We want to let it settle to 70.
Okay, 65 is good, yeah.
Roger.
Okay, maintain heading 240 degrees.
240.
Okay, the ground is at 5,300. So at 5,300, that's where I want you to begin your round out, just like if you were coming in on the runway.
Roger.
And you're going to level it off over the runway, and then you're going to gradually hold it there, keep it at that altitude, hold it, until it stalls.
Okay, 240. We're at 65.
Okay, let's start the round out.
Start that round out.
Okay, so this is just like the landing flare. Holding it off, Don't let the wheels touch yet, keeping it coordinated. Don't let it, keep it going. More. And recover. Carburetor heat, 20 degrees flaps.
1001, 1002.
7870 traffic southwest, 3 miles, maneuvering indicates 3,500.
1001, 1002.
870, negative contact looking.
1001, 1002, and we got them all out, and now we're climbing at 90.
Yep. Okay, we did kind of let the nose drop more than we necessarily need to, but I know you're doing it under the hood, so you couldn't really see that. But we only lost 200 feet. That wasn't too bad.
Roger.
Okay. Let's do a power on stall. Let's make our heading 270.
270.
Yep. Okay, so let's slow it down to 65 again.
So carb heat on, power to 1500.
The power on stall, this is the departure stall, pretending like we just took off.
Roger.
That's why we're slowing down to rotation speed.
Okay.
As it gets down there, we're just going to come in full power, simultaneously raising the nose to continue bleeding speed off.
Roger.
We don't want to accelerate at all.
So when we hit about 60?
Sure. And you can use a little bit of pitch to help it slow it down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, full power. Keep the nose coming up. Very important to keep it coordinated in this maneuver. Those wings level. If the wing drops, pull the power to idle. Otherwise, keep it full power.
Terminated, squawk VFR.
Recover. Okay, raise the nose, don't dive. Okay, climb back out. Climb at 80. Okay, good. All right, I have the controls. Go take the toggles off. My controls. Okay, let's do one more power on stall.
Roger.
Okay, your controls.
Roger. All right, so carb heat on, power to 1500.
How do you like this cloud bank we're flying towards?
Yeah, it's beautiful, unless you're in it. There's 65.
870 traffic, no factor.
Right there. Okay, last time you let the nose drop considerably more.
Roger.
Really just kind of getting it down to level is all you need. Oh, I almost dropped my phone out the window.
That would have been bad news there.
Yeah, no kidding. I have the controls. Look at this out the window here. The field.
Wow, look at that. Oh man.
I was just taking a picture of it.
You'll have to send it to me. I don't want to grab my phone because it's on airplane mode.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, your controls.
My controls.
All right, let's set up and do one more power off stall now that you can do it visually.
Roger. So we'll go ahead and use 360. So car beat on, power to 1500.
The important elements
1001, 1000.
that people will mess up on this maneuver in terms of just setting it up is
they don't let it glide.
They don't establish the glide, and then they don't declare an altitude. You got to say what altitude you're going to do it at.
Got it. What altitude you're going to enter.
Right. That's why I said the ground's at 5,300.
Roger. All right, we got full flaps. We're in a glide. So we're going to enter at 5,500.
63 Echo, radar service terminated, squawk VFR. Cessna 81 Lima, contact tower 118.1.
118.1, Cessna 81 Lima, good day.
Little excessive on the nose drop, if you can kind of catch that a little bit more.
Roger.
Of course, it's one of those balance things. If you try to snatch it too much, you get the secondary stall. But that's okay. We didn't lose that much altitude at all, really. About a little over 100 feet. Not bad. Okay, well, I think we covered all the bases that we missed out here the other day. Caldwell's right there. It looks like it's clear. You want to go to Caldwell?
Roger.
Okay. Let's keep 5,500 as we fly over the lake, because it is a national wildlife refuge thing.
Roger. And you said right there. I don't know.
There's the hangars and stuff are all right there. It's about 1 o'clock.
Got it.
It's right there.
Roger.
Okay, so let departure know that that's what we're going to be doing.
Boise departure, Cessna 61870, inbound to Caldwell for touch and goes.
Cessna 8701 aircraft 1 mile northwest of Caldwell, altitude unknown, change to advisory frequency approved.
Roger, we'll be looking for traffic, change to frequency, advisory frequency approved, 870.
Boise approach, got a 3275, leveling 17,000 with hotel.
Okay, you remember what the CTAF was?
Caldwell CTAF 122.7.
All right.
So we'll go.
You got this extra 1196 here. You can use
Boise
now.
approach, go a 3275, level 17,000 with hotel.
And so now we're going to want to transmit on COM 2.
There you go.
Come on, get down. So now is a good time to make my first call to Caldwell?
Sure is.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, southbound for touch and go, or how far out are we?
Well, look at the airport. It's right there. I'd say maybe we're 4 miles south.
4 miles south?
Yeah.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, 4 miles to the south, inbound for touch and goes. Caldwell.
That'll work.
And we're going to be using 1-2.
Traffic Eagle 151
well,
Alpha is departing 11, departing with a right turnout to the
probably need to listen to that AWAS to see what the winds are reporting here.
Roger. So AWAS is 135.075. So 13.
Tampa traffic. 64 November's left base, runway 11 Tampa, full stop.
Here, if you pull this out, you get the
okay.
half increments.
Roger.
So that's it right there, 075.
Wind 140 at 12, peak gust 16, visibility
so
more than 10.
Oh wait, 130
condition clear below
12,000.
Temperature 6 Celsius, 2.0 Celsius. Altimeter 3033. Remarks, lightning data missing.
What did they say the winds were?
I thought it was 130 at 12.
Caldwell Industrial Airport, automated weather observation 1648 Zulu. Weather, wind 140 at 12, visibility more than 1.
So just announce that we're going to overfly the field at 5,500.
Roger.
And then we'll circle back to join downwind for runway 12.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 will be flying over the field 5,600, and we'll circle back, enter the downwind for runway 12. Caldwell.
Good. So there's traffic on downwind, just turning base for 12.
Yep, traffic in sight. Why aren't we hearing radio calls though?
Well, it's Class G airspace down there, they don't have to.
Freaking wild, wild west.
Yep. So as we get over the field, and particularly as we're clear the pattern to the north, we can start our descent, get down to traffic pattern altitude.
Which we said 3,400 here.
Oh, he's way low. Considering where his plane is, and if you see his shadow,
yep.
See how low he is?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'll start descending here, get her down.
Okay.
It looks like he took off again. He's upwind.
Roger.
Just clearing the departure into the runway. Let's just extend this heading, and we'll join in behind him.
Roger.
That's the advantage of this type of entry for the traffic pattern, is it makes it easier to make those kind of adjustments to join in the flow of the traffic pattern.
Roger, and I don't have him in sight.
I got him. He's still climbing on upwind.
Roger. Oh, I got him.
But we still got some altitude to lose.
Yeah, I got him. Got him.
I still got him. Still on upwind. There, he's starting his turn to crosswind.
Yep. Now I have him.
How much easier it is to see him when he's turning?
Yep. Well, and there for a while, he blends in with the cars.
Yeah.
That's a interesting layer to look at from the top.
And there he's turning downwind.
Roger.
Okay, so we can turn to follow him.
Roger.
Caldwell traffic special 443 left downwind, runway 12 Caldwell.
Okay, so when you call in, tell them, say you're joining the downwind, number 2, following the Cessna, in sight.
Roger. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 will be joining the downwind, number 2 behind the Cessna on downwind, traffic in sight, 870, Caldwell.
Okay, we're just gonna make sure we're getting slowed down so we don't catch up to him.
Roger.
So, it's a good time to use some slow flight. Doesn't have to be minimum controllable airspeed.
Right. Right.
And if you feel like we're closing the gap too much, we can always do a 360.
There he is. Yeah, I lost him there for a minute when he was kind of in front of those houses. All right, so we're at about 90. 3,400.
There, he got to his key position and see him descending now.
Yep, there he goes.
What we'll do is we'll extend our downwind
Roger.
until he passes us on his final.
77443 to left base, runway 12 Caldwell.
Okay, let's start our descent now.
Roger.
Caldwell traffic Cessna 443 is final, runway 12 Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning base for runway 12, Caldwell. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning final for 12, Caldwell.
Okay, with 20 degrees of flaps, let's try to slow it down to 70.
Add flaps or is...
No, we're already at
slow it
20
down?
degrees flaps, so.
I feel like I'm getting bumped all over the place.
Yeah, it's a little rough down here. A little bit of crosswind. It's coming from 140, so it's
Right.
quartering this way, so that's why we're drifting off over here. Just line back up over the runway. Let's establish that crab. Okay, so we got our crab here. Now play with the rudders to point the nose straight down the direction you want to go. Use the rudder to point the nose straight down the runway, and use the ailerons now to work us over the runway. And we'll just use 20 degrees of flaps for the landing.
Roger.
Let's go ahead and take that power out since we're high. Okay, as we begin our round out, transition your view all the way down the length of the runway.
Roger.
It out.
Wow. That was totally different.
Ka-ching. Alright, but we don't have enough runway to take off, so we'll
Roger.
taxi back.
Roger. Wow.
Did that help looking down the runway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even expect, when we touched down, I didn't know we were going to touch down. Like,
Yeah.
it was smooth.
Yeah. And notice we touched down this one wheel first, because you were set up a little
Right.
bit for the crosswind. We touched down one wheel, 2, 3, you know, that was textbook.
Roger.
Caldwell traffic Cessna 443, left downwind, runway 12 Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic 61870 off of runway 12, Caldwell. Taxiing back for 12, Caldwell. Oh, yeah.
All right,
That was
let's
awesome.
do another one of those.
I like it.
That was all you.
I'll take it. And on film even.
Yeah, we got it on film. Yep, dot's still blinking.
And my smiling face. Watch out, birdie. That'd be no good, a bird strike on the ground.
Yeah, actually I did that in Emmett last summer.
There was some, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Downwind.
Must be who this guy's waiting for, even though he's got plenty of time to go.
Yeah, that guy called right when we were exiting.
Yeah. Playing chicken with the 150 there. I think we win.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443, left base, runway 12 Caldwell.
Oh, he's still doing his run up. That's probably why he didn't take off.
I thought this was the same guy that just came in a minute ago.
No, I think this was who we were following. Still in the traffic pattern here.
Roger.
Yeah, see, where he's doing his run up, he's blocking the whole runway so nobody can do anything. When I do my run ups on this end, I come clear over here and I do it so that somebody can still get by me.
Right.
I think the 150 was doing his run up back over there by the hangar, so he did it out of the way. It's just this guy. Let's watch this guy's round out. Got the nose up. A lot of float. He might have been, he's coming in a little hot. A lot of float.
Doing a go around?
I don't know.
Maybe he's intentionally just trying to hang out above the runway.
Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Has to be.
Little ground effect practice.
Yep.
There they go.
Oh, you can tell you push the power in. See how that yaw to the left?
Yeah.
That really strong yaw to the left when you put the power in. That left
Not
turn
enough right
tendencies.
rudder.
Yep. Okay, guy. You're costing us money. We got a horn. Beep, beep.
Yeah. Oh wow, hopefully he's not
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 866, taking runway 12, departing to the southwest.
Once he starts his takeoff roll and gets down a little bit, we can go ahead and line up and wait.
Roger. What's the radio call for that?
Just taking runway 12 for left close traffic.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, taking runway 12 for left close traffic, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, 89 Foxtrot, taking runway 12 and hold.
Okay, clear, clear, let's go.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443, left downwind runway 12 Caldwell.
And we set 500 feet below, or 300 feet?
300 feet.
300 feet below, Roger, so at 3,100.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bumpy down here. It was much smoother up above the inversion.
Yeah.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning crosswind for runway 12, Caldwell.
Yeah, get that power back. Use the power to level off in the traffic pattern more than anything.
Roger.
Traffic, Cessna 443 is left base, runway 12, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning downwind for 12, Caldwell.
Okay, let's get that trim money, and I really want you to see how the airspeed takes care of itself with the flaps.
Roger.
But it only works if you have the trim perfect right now. So at 2100 RPM, we need to be trimmed for 90.
Okay, so we're at 2100 right there. So we're at about 95.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443 is final, runway 12,
Yeah,
Caldwell.
no. Guess we're not. Okay, so kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, so let it stabilize there. Okay, we'll do our before landing checks here quick.
Roger. Carb heat on, mixture rich, fuel selector both, flaps as desired, power to 1500.
Okay, bring the power back and put in 10 degrees of flaps, and without adjusting,
1001, 1002.
without doing anything to adjust for pitch or trim or anything, just putting in that 10 degrees of flaps
To get us down to
should
80.
slow us down to 80. Watch it, the speed should bleed off there. Sometimes it might take a little coaxing, especially when it's bumpy, but
Right.
how come it's not doing it?
I don't know. This is your trick.
Make a minor adjustment to the trim there. There we go. Okay, go ahead and turn base.
Roger.
Well, traffic 7 X-ray Tango taking well, and it'll be a right
Just
turnout.
keep the airspeed.
Sorry,
Don't
it'll
let
be
it
a left
speed up.
turnout.
Roger. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning base for 12, Caldwell.
Okay, now as you put in 20 degrees of flaps, it should automatically slow the plane down to about 70.
1,000, 2, 3. Roger.
And we kind of use that trick to ease our workload, makes things easier for us.
Right.
Hey, look at that, 2 red, 2 white.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning final for runway 12, Caldwell.
Oh, now we got 3 reds. Let's add a little bit of power. Keep the airspeed at 70. Looks like you're kind of pushing with your thumb on that yoke.
Roger.
That might be why we keep getting a little fast.
Okay.
So I do a lot of my flying really just hands off. I mean, when I'm flying approach, if I was flying this right now, if you gave me the controls, this is what I'd be doing. See how much I'm holding the yoke?
Right.
Literally, this is how I do it. I just kind of grab it, make little adjustments, let the plane fly itself.
On days like today, I don't want to let it fly itself. It's all over the place.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Don't make me nervous.
Napa traffic 541 Bravo Zulu.
Okay, we're a little high. We're just taking a little power out.
Correct, and left turn out of pattern. Rolling on 11 Napa traffic.
Did we make our turn to final radio call?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Okay, we're a little fast. Okay, transition your vision.
Oh.
See how it's easy to see that though now, isn't it? Okay, let's add a little power so we don't drop.
Traffic Cessna 443.
That one wasn't very pretty.
Okay. Go ahead and take off.
Caldwell area traffic, Charlie Foxtrot, Oscar Papa Mike, currently descending through 4,500 inbound landing for runway 12 Caldwell, showing about 6 miles out right now. Any conflict, please advise.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as your first landing, but it wasn't bad. But I think when you got your vision all the way down the runway, that little bit of balloon, you were able to pick that up a whole lot quicker.
Right.
Call area traffic, Charlie Foxtrot, Oscar Papa Mike, showing 5 miles, looking for a straight in, runway 12 for Oscar Papa Mike. Any conflict, please advise. Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning crosswind for closed traffic, runway 12, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443 is turning to left base, runway 12 Caldwell.
I think we're extending our crosswinds a little too far.
Roger. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning downwind for closed traffic, 12, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443 is final, runway 12 Caldwell.
Now the one guy that was calling in that straight in.
Caldwell traffic, Charlie Foxtrot, Papa Mike will be entering left downwind for 12 Caldwell.
I think that was him.
Oh, he
sounds like he changed his mind.
Yeah.
That guy holding short of the runway. Be advised, he might pull out and take off in front of us.
Roger.
Caldwell traffic, experimental 71 Tango Yankee, position and hold for 12.
Position and hold is not phraseology in aviation anymore, but that's alright. I know what he means.
Caldwell traffic, experimental 71 Tango Yankee, departing 12.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 443 is clear, runway 12 Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning base for runway 12, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Charlie Fox, Oscar Papa Mike, entering left downwind for runway 12.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning final for runway 12, Caldwell.
Okay, let's try to establish your glide to aim right at the numbers.
Roger.
Tampa traffic, Eagle 151 Echo Alpha, 10 to the south at 5,500, inbound to landing Tampa.
Try to nail that airspeed at 70. Gotta try to keep it consistent.
Right.
Yeah, that glide path looks decent. Coming down right at the numbers. Now, of course, as we round out and flare, we're going to extend down the runway a little bit, but the goal is, aiming at the numbers here, we should still touch down before we get to the 1,000-foot markers.
Roger. Oh, a little bit of blow in there.
Oh. Just don't lower the nose.
Traffic, Charlie Fox.
We're going to go around.
Turning left,
Okay.
for 12. Caldwell.
1001, 1002. 1001, 1002.
Carburetor heat. And there's traffic 1 o'clock crossing.
Traffic be advised, Charlie Fox, left top of Mike, not backwards, I'm just entering left downwind for runway 12 now.
Hey, he's turning his downwind too.
Yeah.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning crosswind for runway 12, Caldwell. I guess you needed to see me do one, right?
Yeah.
Caldwell traffic, Centurion.
The only thing I'd say is make sure you get that carburetor heat off too.
Roger.
Caldwell, make a left.
Just like stall recovery.
Right.
Power, carb heat, flaps.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning downwind for runway 12, Caldwell. Where did that guy go?
He's straight ahead. Straight ahead, a little low. About 1 o'clock now. He's on a little bit wider downwind than us.
Roger.
Oh, now I lost him. Oh, got him. Let's slow down a little bit, because when he turns base, he's going to have to come back across in front of us.
Cessna 818 departing runway 11. Will be closed traffic, touch and go, Nampa.
There he is, I got him.
A lot of people out flying today.
They're not.
It's 4,000. Across the midfield, entering left downwind for 11 Nampa.
So far, everybody seems to be doing things properly, so that makes it easier.
Right.
Papa Mike, turning short file, 12, Caldwell.
There we go, 10 degrees flaps right at 80.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Nampa traffic, Eagle 151 Echo Alpha is crossing midfield, entering a left downwind for 11 Nampa.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, turning base for runway 12, Caldwell.
Caldwell traffic, Centurion 1 Papa Romeo is departing the area to the north. Caldwell.
Nampa traffic, Eagle 151 Echo Alpha is downwind for 11 Nampa.
Well, that wind sure drifted us out, didn't
Sure
it?
did.
We got to remember our rectangular courses.
Yeah.
Nampa traffic, Eagle 151 Echo Alpha is base 11 Nampa.
Nampa traffic, Cessna 61870, turning final for runway 12, Caldwell.
Let's make this one full flaps.
Roger.
Full flaps at 65.
Nampa traffic is up now, A18 turning crosswind, runway 11, Nampa.
Caldwell traffic, Charlie Fox, Oscar Club, Mike clear on Golf of 12.
Nampa traffic, Eagle 151, Echo Alpha is final 11 Nampa.
Okay, don't let it get below 65.
Nampa traffic is up now, A18 turning downwind, runway 11, Nampa.
Okay, not bad. We got plenty of room.
Here we go.
All right, maybe one more.
Roger. Yeah, that's definitely not as many as I would have liked to have done. I guess going out to the practice area ate up some time, though.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time, but there's a few things that we have to do before I can sign you up to solo.
Right.
Nampa traffic, Cessna A18 turning base.
But these are working out pretty good.
Yeah. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 turning crosswind for 12 Caldwell.
Nampa traffic 375 departing to the south.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 turning downwind for runway 12 Caldwell.
Nampa traffic, Cessna 818 on final runway 11, Nampa.
Simulate engine failure.
Roger. Pitch for 80. We know where we're going to land. Carb heat on. Both. Carb heat. Rich. Left, right. Both. Primer in and locked. We're going to turn towards our field.
Just make normal radio calls.
Roger. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 turning base for runway 12 Caldwell. Get up there. 1001, 1002. Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870 on short final for runway 12, Caldwell. 1001, 1002. I'm going to put my hand here in case we need to do a go around.
Okay. At this point, it's just normal landing, though, isn't it?
Looks pretty good. Probably one of my better ones.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, we can take off, head back to Boise.
Here we go.
Good job.
Thank you.
My only critique on that is airspeed.
Roger.
You were constantly about 20 miles an hour above best glide.
Right.
Which drastically reduces your glide distance. Now, you kept it in close enough that it worked out just fine.
Right. Left downwind for runway 12.
But if, you know, if reaching the field is ever going to be an issue, you got to be at best glide speed.
Got it.
X-ray Tango, left downwind, runway 12, Caldwell.
Nampa traffic, Cessna 818, turning crosswind, runway 11, Nampa.
Remember the standard departure procedure for an uncontrolled airport?
Yeah, Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, departing to the north.
Well, you could just say departing to the east, that's kind of irrelevant. But when we normally turn crosswind, instead of turning 90 degrees, just turn 45 degrees and we exit the traffic pattern.
Roger.
12.
And then once you're clear of the traffic pattern, then you can turn on course.
Yep, air traffic, Captain 17. Taxi on Alpha 11 for run-up and departure. Nampa.
Caldwell traffic, Cessna 61870, departing Caldwell to the east. Caldwell.
All right.
Nampa traffic, Cessna 818, downwind, runway 11, Nampa.
Okay, arrival procedures for Boise.
Caldwell traffic, 7 X-ray Tango.
So we're going to go on 119.6, be on COM 1, and
get the ATIS.
121.7, right? Or no, 122. On the wrong one.
123.9.
Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 6, 2.3. Altimeter 3031.
3031. Altimeter.
Which is where we've been at.
Okay. Departing runway 10 left.
10 left and right.
Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
And of course they were talking so I couldn't hear it. Did you get the letter?
There's
No.
your tango switch.
Oh, we gotta get to that identifier.
Departure information India.
India.
1653.
Okay. And doggone it, I just can't. So we're heading roughly the right direction.
Okay. When you call, we're just off Caldwell. That's all you gotta tell them.
Boise departure, Cessna 61870, just off Caldwell, inbound Boise.
With information India. That's all right. Tell them next time you talk to them.
Cessna 61870, Boise approach squawk 0310, and did you say you were inbound with India?
0310 in affirmative, we have India. 870.
Yeah, we can turn direct to Boise now. We've established communication. Go 4,500.
Boise departure, Cessna 5706 Juliet, level at 4,500.
Cessna 5706 Juliet, Boise departure, radar contact.
Is this volume, right?
No, this is volume down here, and this one's volume.
Which one?
The top button there.
Or I guess I
Experimental 7 Papa Juliet, say intentions.
Yeah, mine are already maxed up.
I'm just out here doing air work, sir.
Roger.
So is this considered flyable weather for a solo, or because you can still see the ground, or is that sketchy?
In the traffic pattern, the club will let you do it.
Got it.
So your first solo is just going to be in the traffic pattern. So like today, we'd have been able to do it.
Radar contact 2 miles northwest in Nampa. Say altitude and parking.
He wasn't talking to us, was he?
Yeah.
Altitude 4,500, parking north side 870.
That's 870, proceed straight in, runway 10 left.
Straight in, 10 left, 870.
So just for the fun of it here, we've got the VOR tuned in right here.
Roger.
So let's identify it. VOI. Okay. The runway is 100, but if we're on 10 left, it actually lines up with about 102.
Roger.
So right about there. So now if we can intercept this radial, that'll bring us straight in.
Roger.
So fly heading 070.
070 until we pick up that radial.
Yep. That gives us about a 30-degree angle of intercept.
0, contact tower 118.1.
Going to tower 118.1, 870. 10 left?
Yeah.
Boise Tower, Cessna 61870 with you for 10 left.
Cessna 61870, Boise Tower, runway 10 left, clear to land.
10 left, cleared to land, 870.
Alrighty. Have you played with VORs much?
Only on the flight sim, and it's actually been a while since I've done it.
Okay.
So I probably, I know how to track the needle.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't know how to tune it though. So this is our course, and we want to.
Yep, and we can do the same thing with this radio too if we want.
We want to intercept our course, and then the closer we get to the station, the farther off course, the larger the deflection of the needle.
Yep.
So as the needle starts coming in, that's when we'll start our turn so that we don't blow right past it.
Right.
Sound right?
Yep. And you can you have to kind of judge the rate of your turn or how quickly you turn by how fast the needle's moving. I mean, we're still 10, 12 miles away from it, so it's not going to move real fast.
Right.
Let's double check the compass and adjust the heading indicator. Look at that, we're not flying 070. That's why it's not coming in.
How we doing on time?
10:30.
Oh, we're all right.
Yeah. We'll just get it all checked in so we can give her the keys before we do our logbooks and stuff.
Roger.
If she's doing a discovery flight, she's not going to be flying right off the bat either.
Right.
Meridian Warriors.
Other than this little bit of an inversion, it is a beautiful day.
Oh yeah. Up here above the inversion is nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Down there, when we were at traffic pattern altitude, we were kind of right at the top, and I think that's why we were getting the bumps.
Yeah. And we're about to be back in it.
Yeah. Getting there. You can use this one here too.
They're both tuned.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just with this top one, you got to use this button here where it says CDI to select whether you want it to be on the localizer, the VOR localizer, which it says VLOC right there, or set it to GPS.
Got it.
But since we don't have a course on GPS, that's why we got the flag here.
Right.
Set it back to VLOC. There we go.
Roger. And then Where's our distance?
Well, I didn't really set that in.
Got it.
And this airplane doesn't have DME, so the only way you can do it is you'd have to set the VOR in as a waypoint on the GPS.
Roger.
Quite the headwind up here.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, look at that. About a 35 knot headwind.
Now remember, that's miles per hour. So 100 knots is 115 miles per hour. So we're doing that. We're indicating about 115.
So we're at about.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a 18 knot headwind.
18 knot headwind. So since we're just on a straight-in final instead of our normal traffic pattern, where's a good landmark to use to initiate kind of my downwind sequence?
For approaches and traffic patterns and stuff, I don't like to use landmarks because
It's
if you go to
different at
another
every
airport,
airport.
you don't have that landmark. So you really just have to base it on this sight picture out here. If you visualize a glide path from your eyeballs to the aim point markings on the runway right there, this is starting to look like a good glide path.
Right.
Much closer, it's going to get steeper and steeper, right?
Right.
So, you know, just kind of, you have to kind of ballpark it. Straight-in approaches are actually much more difficult than flying
a normal
traffic
pattern,
pattern, yeah.
Makes sense because you're doing something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
At least for a GA aircraft.
And traffic pattern gives you those normal key points so you know where you're at and when to do what. Here, you really have to kind of ballpark it a little bit more. As we get closer and you get to where you can see the VASIs, you can use those as an aid to help you out.
Right.
Now notice the blinking light right there. If we were flying an instrument approach, that means we're flying over the outer marker right there, and that's usually where you're intercepting the glide slope and you're beginning your descent.
Roger.
So that's maybe a good indication there for us to. Of course, we're establishing a good descent here too, so it's looking good. Just don't forget we're going to have to slow it down here pretty quick too.
Right, right. We want actually 80 right here, a little bit more.
Kind of glance at your flaps too, just to get an idea of what 10 degrees looks like.
Roger.
Boise Tower, Centurion 6413 Papa, ready for takeoff 10 right.
Centurion 6413 Papa, Boise Tower, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff, right turn approved.
Clear for takeoff 10 right, 13 Papa.
Not too bad.
Oh, not bad at all.
Turn 13 Papa, contact departure.
13 Papa.
Cessna 870, turn left on Echo, contact ground point 7 off the runway.
Left at Echo, going to ground, 870.
All right, one guess why we floated for 1,000 feet before we landed, though?
Because I only did 20 degrees of flaps.
No? 20 degrees of flaps is fine.
I don't know. Tell me.
Came in 10 miles an hour fast.
Oh. Yeah, I did notice. All right, so we are going to COM2 and 122.7. Sorry. Could have done this when we were 121.7.
Temperature 6.
Boise ground, Cessna 61870, off of 10 left at Echo for the North Shade hangar.
Cessna 61870, Boise ground, taxi to parking the Alpha.
Having a riot up there.
Yeah, go ahead and answer him.
Taxi parking via Alpha 870. Jokers.
Yeah. Almost couldn't hear him at first with all the laughter in the background.
I should have came back and said, hey, hold it down, it's not a party, huh? Well, not perfect, but I'll take it. It was,
What are you talking about, not perfect?
my landings, they weren't perfect.
That last one, that was as good as any landing.
I'm,
Just you wouldn't have floated so far, though, if you'd have come in at the right airspeed.
Right. I'm working on my comfort level.
Yeah?
Airspeed makes me comfortable.
Well, I'm sure you've seen some YouTube videos of folks landing with too much airspeed.
No, I don't ever look at, like, YouTube. Are we this first spot or second spot?
We're at this one right here.
Got it.
Number 4.
I don't typically watch the YouTube stuff for
While you're tying down, I'm going to try to pull one up on my phone, because there's one in particular I like to show people.
Roger.
That illustrates the dangers of approaching too fast.
Roger. Carb heat off. Landing light. Goes. Flaps up. Good. Transponder to standby. Goes off.